we like to use ultimatums in order to achieve a certain goal. We're like, for example, if we're at home with the household, we're like, if you don't tidy this up, then I will not do the washing next week. If you don't clean this, then I will not clean that. Right? Ultimatums. We like to use ultimatums in the workplace. If you don't do this, then you won't get that day off. Things like that. Why is that such a bad thing? The thing just is that ultimatums, they're absolutely fine and everybody can love ultimatums and they're actually kind of cool and dramatic in a way, but what is messed up about ultimatums is that they don't actually get you what you want. You see, ultimatums, what they do is they create a fear in the other person of not doing what you want them to do. Right? So for example, if you give someone an ultimatum, if you don't clean this, I will not do the washing next week. What you're presenting them with is the terrifying possibility of you not doing the washing. And so now, they will become afraid of you not doing the washing, and that is supposed to be the motivation for them cleaning this week. The thing is, fear is a terrible, terrible, terrible way to try and make anything happen. Usually, when you're afraid, you actually encourage the opposite to happen. So this person, if you did the ultimatum right, this person will feel a little bit scared, and they'll feel especially scared of not doing what you want them to do. So if you make the ultimatum, if you don't clean this, I'm not going to do the washing next week, this person is going to be afraid of not cleaning. So they're going to pile pressure on themselves, right? There's going to be lots of things that happen in their lives because everybody has a life. And the whole time, what they will be focusing on is not cleaning, because that's what they're trying to avoid. Inevitably, what is going to happen is that situations make it almost impossible for them to complete the task, to clean. And if not, if they do manage to clean, then it will be in utter difficulty, in extremely difficult situations, in extremely difficult circumstances. They will overwork themselves, they will almost break themselves cleaning because it would have been almost impossible to make it happen, but it was so important to make it happen. Now, the only reason it would be almost so impossible to make it happen is because they're so afraid of not doing it. If you're afraid of not cleaning, the universe is designed to help you love things that you're afraid of. So what the universe will present you with if you're afraid of not cleaning is not cleaning. So to help you love not cleaning. Now that's fine and absolutely great, but the thing is, you as the person who set the ultimatum, your goal is not to get this other person to love not cleaning. Your goal is for that person to clean. The universe doesn't give a fuck. And the thing is, you do not get your goal met at all. You're basically doing the opposite. You're actually making it more difficult for your goal to be met. You may have even noticed that how futile it is with people in your life to set ultimatums, and to how futile it is to actually use ultimatums for them to do things that you wanted them to do for ages. It doesn't work. So what do we do instead? How can I get people to actually do what I want them to do? Is it impossible? Is it better just to not say anything and just pray and hope for that? We don't have to pray and hope. We can create the right conditions for it happening, what you want to happen. So for example, if you want a person to clean, what would be the right conditions? How can we create the right conditions for that to happen? For example, does this person need energy to be able to do that? Does this person need free time to be able to do that? Maybe we can make free time or energy happen for them. The way to look at making things happen is to look at it, to be inspired by the concept of nature, the concept of plants. The way you get a plant to grow is not to set it an ultimatum of, if you don't grow now, I will put you inside where there's no sun. The way to get a plant to grow is to give it the right conditions for it to do what it does, to grow. To give it sunlight, to give it water, to give it space, to give it time. And it's exactly the same for all of the other things that you're trying to get people to do in your life. So back to the example of cleaning. So if you're trying to get someone to clean, create the conditions for that to happen. Right? Maybe yourself clean a little bit so that they feel more able to also clean. Maybe you make sure that they have the right things in order to be able to clean. Like the right equipment. Do you need to empty the vacuum cleaner? Do you need to get some more washing liquid? How can you make sure that they have time to clean? Focus on creating the right conditions for it to happen, which might seem a bit frustrating, like I just wanted to do that, I don't want to put any effort into it. But you want them to do it, right? So help them do it by creating the right conditions for it to happen. And the same goes for the workplace. Even in the workplace, I would say it's even more important. Just to have the right conditions for things to happen, the things that you want to happen. It is so important, the environment people work in, if they're working under stress, if they have the freedom. Let's say if you want really creative, amazing creative things to happen. If you want really amazing creative things to happen, don't give people really narrow guidelines. Give them a wide range of options, even a wide range of options of times when they can work. Let them work in the night if they want to work in the night. Let them sleep during the day. Whatever happens to them, that they have the right conditions for whatever it is that you need to happen to have. Actually, if you think about it, the way that we pay employees at the moment is all about this ultimatum. Like, if you don't work, you'll be fired. Being really harsh. It's nothing to do with conditions. If we flip it around completely and just treat this person almost like a plant and say, okay, how can I create the right conditions for them to do what I would like them to do? What do they need? Provide that for them, and whatever needs to happen will happen. I love this so much as well because this is something that really forces us to focus on love as a concept, because it takes us away from the idea of trying to use fear to get other people to make things happen. Fear like, I did so much this week, you have to do so much next week. All this. It forces us to take that away and to look at the opposite, which is love, and to look at, okay, how can I actually get this person to enjoy cleaning up? How can it actually be rewarding for them to do it? How can it actually be like something that they would inherently want to do, rather than being something that I impose on them or try to force them to do, which is completely counterproductive. You're working against the universe, you're working against them, against yourself. It's just not going to happen. Flip it all around. Don't focus on them, focus on the conditions. Create the conditions for them to do what you want them to do. That's how it works. So yeah, that's an amazing tip. If you want any more tips, I've got so many videos on YouTube. They're all amazing. Give them a watch. And I'll see you next week.